This girl's just totally fucked now. Look at all these guys. Start clobbering. Maybe don't miss 3 times in a row, though. Maybe that's just me being finicky. Let's get these other ones in here. It's a party. It's fucking a party for everybody. Got like 10,000 health, though, is the problem. Nope, just rats hit for shit. That's what the problem was. What do you got? You got any wacky spells? In the open, so no you don't. The Rat King is not a hostile spirit, unfortunately. So we'll just do this. Haste Gobbet some more, because who doesn't love SMGs? Oh no, not the Earth Elemental! Get one of these. Gotcha. Stop the Rat King. The Rat King's body shudders and convulses. As you watch, the living carpet of devil rats that forms the majority of its bulk begins to writhe. Malvina opens her mouth to speak, but you'll never know what she was going to say. The only sound that escapes from her throat is a long, ragged scream. With dawning horror, you come to realize what you're looking at. The devil rats that surround Malvina are turning inward. She's being eaten alive. Gobbet stares dead-eyed at her former friend as the swarm that is bound to her rips her body apart. Black blood pours into rivers in the aluminum-lined floor. Let's get the hell out of here. If you want to, I'm watching this. I owe Malvina that much? Jesus. The ghastly feast unfolding before you continues long after Malvina's screams have died away. Finally satisfied, Gobbet nods to you. This raft is ours. It's over. Her PDA buzzes. She glances down at it, then turns the screen so you can see. Cadmus's grim visage fills the screen. I don't know what you just did, but whatever it was, it worked. Those rat things turned on Malvina's loyalists. He wheezes into his mask, gulping in purified air. And when they got done eating him, they started eating each other. Gobbet stares down at the shiny object that she holds clutched in her hands. Yeah, I know. I told him to right after I did the same to the Rat King. Malvina's dead, Cad. You did good, Gobbet. You and your friends. We won. Come on up topside. A celebration's in order. No, Cad. No celebrations, no milling around. You can keep this place. I'm done with it. Too many bad memories. And besides all of that, you've got a hell of a mess on your hands. I'll be damned if I'm going to help clean it up. You always helped us clean up, Gobbet. We'll always owe you for that. Yeah, well, let's not make a big thing out of it. Goodbye, Cad. Good luck. She flicks the PDA off. The screen goes dark. Captain Yomo's still waiting for us to go outside. Ready? Beyond ready. She passes the shiny object from one hand to the other, scowling, and this stupid thing is taking a one-way trip to the bottom of the bay. Good call. Come on, Seattle, let's go. That's not the sort of thing I want to sell. Captain Yomo's speedboat carries you away from the sinking ship, now liberated from the tyranny of the Rat King, once and for all. The shiny object rests with Malvina's bones at the bottom of Hung Hom Bay. Gobbet stares back at the raft as it recedes into the distance. Her expression is at once happy and sad. Isabel takes her hand, and together they turn away. Huey grows closer. You're going home. So we can slap some more meat on our bones if we get 8 karma. I should probably hit this continue button, shouldn't I? Eight karma. That's not how you spend your karma. Perfect. $3,000. We should probably see if there's new shit in this town. Maximum law's gone forever. How may I assist you? He doesn't even say anything. That guy's got all fucking glitches to worry about. All sorts of problems. Let's go see how Crafty's doing. You guys still having dreams and shit? Look who's back. Why don't you go egg your car? Alright, bye. Oh, that weird guy left. Still don't have any new information. You have any new shit? Nope. Dual blur. Reduces chance for enemies to hit ally target by 35% and increases the movement by 2. Also affects the caster. Lasts 1 round. Shares a cooldown with other blurs. Only lasts 1 round though. Conjuring 7. I'm leaning towards this shadow. Creates a shadow zone in which characters cannot be targeted nor target others. Hide in that one. Oh man, you like have a shamanic salve and stand in the shadow zone? Good thinking. Armor 2. Consumables. Still can't believe there's no +1 conjuring fetish. This is some bullshit. +1 charisma. I already have a +1 charisma one. Who the fuck cares? A force 4 fire. Because those are gross. Did a couple shamanic salves. Confirm. And we'll swap you with this guy. We'll always keep him in our inventory just in case the end of the game sneaks up on us. Armor 1, goodbye. So we still have an extra spell. I just don't know what the fuck to do with it. Ah, whatever. Confirm. Thanks, Crafty. See you around. See you around. Got a restaurant job to do, though. Take the MTR to meet Dreamland. No, we've got a restaurant job. How do I get to the restaurant job, actually? Let's check our BBS and shit. Job directory. Pending jobs. One of the things I've learned over the years is that even the rich and powerful have annoyances, thorns on their side, if you will. No one without troubles, the rich just have different ways of solving them. The client for this run has grown tired of one of the particular thorns in his side. Rooster Low. Low is a red pull for one of the smaller triads in Hong Kong, the 289s, or the Easy Money Gang, if you prefer. Despite the 289 small stature, Low's illegal activities have managed to damage the client's profit. Mr. Johnson would like you to show the Low the error of his ways. Takes an evening every few weeks, every so months, to dine at the Shangri-La restaurant in Aberdeen. If you aren't aware, the Shangri-La is an elite establishment serving primarily corporate clientele from Wuxing Incorporated. Because of this, it's not unusual for diners to bring bodyguards or assistants with them. In Low's case, he brings a particularly brutish enforcer known as the Talon, and undoubtedly feels well protected. You're just going to go murder this dude. Kidnap Rooster Low. Take the run. I've let the client know that you've accepted the job. By the time you arrive at Shangri-La, the boat to get you out will be waiting. Thank you. Go to Shangri-La and kidnap Rooster Low. Travel to Shangri-La. Got you, Rector Duncan. The dream team, go. A tangle of marine decorum, restless lights, and ambrosial scents mingle atop a floating quay to accent the Shangri-La, Aberdeen Harbor's premier dining location. With competitive views of the surrounding bay, the restaurant attracts a steady crowd of tourists and Wuxing personnel. The primary moneyman for the 289s, Cheung Sing Rooster Low, is enjoying a rare meal outside of Triad-held territory. Intel said he's set up in one of the restaurant's private dining rooms, but he's not alone. Rooster keeps a personal bodyguard, a notorious orc called the Talon, in addition to his regular security detail. You've seen photos of the Talon's handiwork. Body so battered it's hard to tell where one bruise ends and the next begins. Your mission: locate Rooster, extract him from Shangri-La, and deliver him to your client alive. Simple, fast, low profile. Of course, even the simplest runs can go sideways. Oh yeah, we blend right in. I got my Wuxing security jacket. Stepping into the interior hallway of Shangri-La, you're confronted by a massive wall of troll. The restaurant's front door security. He speaks with surprising elocution. Welcome to Shangri-La. We strive to provide our patrons with an exquisite dining experience. If you have any questions or require special accommodations, don't hesitate to speak with our staff. Looks like I've got my pick of tables. I'm sorry, but this is not a seat-yourself establishment. If you'd like to choose where you sit, I suggest you make a reservation for one of the private rooms upstairs. He looks you up and down, frowns. Please keep in mind that any disturbances will be promptly de-escalated by our security. We reserve the right to bar service to unruly patrons. Thank you, and enjoy your meal. Are you sure you have enough guards to deal with bigger disturbances? With a puff of his chest and shake of his shoulders, the troll assumes a more aggressive posture. His face remains a mask of neutrality, despite the obvious irritation in his voice. Wuxing prides itself on having world-class security personnel. You do well to remember that the best kind of security is often hidden from sight. Humorous that he thinks the worst threat would shamble in through the front door. Okay, bye. The crab was truly amazing. I just wish I didn't have to wait an hour to get it. A waitress? Hello? A waitress swamped with orders is caught unaware by your approach. Oh, welcome to the Shangri-La, sir. Our hostess will seat you as soon as she gets back. You're welcome to wait in the lounge. This will only take a second. A loud exhalation escapes through her nose and her eyes dart towards the kitchen. She musters an empty smile, and nods in false hospitality. Absolutely, sir. What do you need? I'm looking for someone, Mr. Lowe. He has a reservation here tonight. Sorry, I'm not familiar with that name. I'll bet a hard-working waitress like yourself is good with faces. You'd certainly remember this man. He travels with a big orc who's got a nasty scar on his cheek. She fiddles with her scratch pad and eyes the plenteous orders scrawled across its top page. After a moment of consideration, she speaks. I might know the orc if he's who I'm thinking of. He only comes around a couple times a year. I've never served him, but I've heard he gets real pushy with the other waiters. Pushy, huh? Why's that? He's allergic to shellfish, I think. We get so many orders, sometimes mistakes are made. And if fear flashes across her face. I didn't just say that. I can assure you our service is second to none. Come on now. You must have heard what the orc and Mr. Lowe are eating. Since you have to make sure allergy-related orders get to the right place. Sir, this is Shangri-La. We have over 24 private dining rooms in addition to our main dining floor. As I've already said, I serve out here. Your friend could be in any of our other rooms. Now, excuse me. I need to place these orders. Enjoy your meal. She fucks off. I can't believe they're late again. Oh, look at you. You're with your little drone. I guess so am I. It's not very subtle. Chatty customers always killing my tips. I'm fucking sorry. You there, Henry. A well-dressed man sits alone at the bar, elbows propped against the counter. His face is hard, eyes blank. He swirls the contents of his half-empty glass as if in a stupor. Between his swollen eyes and whiskey double, it isn't hard to guess his mood. As you approach, he rubs his temples and graces you with a lazy sideways glance, mumbles under his breath. Yeah, not like I can dig myself any deeper. Rough day? He looks at you again through dull, bloodshot eyes, but his gaze drifts elsewhere before returning to his drink. Lost 2 contracts, missed a third. Late for a meeting and publicly shamed by my coworker, all during 9 to 5. New record as far as I can tell. At least I got that going for me. Your coworker sounds like an asshole. Negligence. My coworker took 2 of my contracts while they were in renewal. I'd overlooked them for a day or two. Just a couple days. He sighs and begins to sway. Whether it's involuntary or to calm himself is uncertain, but his chair creaks loudly in protest. Anyway, he took my clients and made a fool out of me. Been rubbing it in ever since. How'd you lose your contracts? Wish I knew. One of them was almost a done deal, but for some reason the client suddenly changed their tune, and the contract slipped away before I could officially close it. The other 2 contracts were for ongoing clients, people I had worked with for years. But I somehow forgot about their annual renewal date, and a more diligent coworker picked them up. I got no credit for the long-term partnership with those clients. If anything, I now look worse for losing them, even if I brought them to Wuxing in the first place. He leans back and lets out a weary groan. His breath reeks of alcohol. Sounds like too many coincidences to me. Think someone's working against you? You kidding me? Everyone's at each other's throats in this business. He downs the rest of his drink. Signals to the bartender. In a single movement, the bartender leans over and refills his glass. Fair, but is there someone who would have benefited most from what's happened to you? The newcomer, David. Henry nods his head towards a group at the end of the bar, an outfit at center. Him. He came out of nowhere and has become a rock star with upper management. He's been making connections and deals like a Wuxing veteran, like me. That's odd. You're telling me you want to know what I think? He leans towards you, glassy eyes looking through you to know who knows where. The scent of booze wafts off of him. I think he's got family connections, people in high places, and he's been using them to his advantage. I don't know, it's just a thought. Think you're onto something, brother. No, just wishful thinking. Well, I'm gonna fucking find out for you, Henry. Alright, I'm on it. Hey, shithead. David is all smiles. He's just finished a joke to the uproarious laughter of his party. Hello, friend. Trying to get on the joviality? You're welcome to join us for the next round. His words bleed into each other. This isn't his first drink. What are we celebrating? My recent successes. Through some hard work and a little businessly persuasion, I sealed 2 contracts and a third's on the way. Oh, congratulations. Next round's on me. Here's a real friend. Come, let's drink. He slams back a shot and hoots with satisfaction. Much appreciated. Thank you, my good man. So, one friend to another. How'd you bag all those contracts in one day? A fresh flush fills David's cheeks. He wobbles on the spot and grins at you. Wasn't too hard, truth be told. Someone did most of the work for me. You see that poor sot down there? He gestures to Henry. We just upgraded our security at work. A few nights ago, the fool left behind a note containing his new password. I wrote it down and had some fun. Sent nasty messages to his clients. Removed a couple appointments from his schedule. David tosses his hands in the air, spilling his drink, and boom! I'm Employee of the Month. All I do was some damage control. But that man's clients? They're now mine. Nicely done. Very clever, my friend. His cocky smile stretches across his all-too-proud face. I thought so, too. Thanks again for the drink, friend. You have yourself a good night. Hey, Stubtoe Williams, these guys are right on the edge. Both blasted, one pissed off, the other, well, an asshole. One word these guys will be throwing down. That happens loud enough. Security's bound to respond. Just a thought. Yeah, thanks. Shit, that's not what I was going for at all, obviously. Listen, that David prick you mentioned, turns out he broke into your work terminal and sent your clients those nasty messages in your name. Then he swooped in and stole them. A spark of sobriety washes over Henry. The dullness in his eyes drains away and he sits up, alarmed. That explains why no one would return my messages. With a grunt, he smashes his fist into the counter. He turns toward David and mutters through clenched teeth. He wants to play dirty? I can handle it. I can handle him. He jumps up and marches towards David. Henry and David stand inches from one another, both men wearing the fiercest expressions they can muster. Their hatred's almost palpable. How their confrontation will play out is unclear, but one thing is certain. You have a great seat. Henry stabs a finger into David's chest and speaks in his low hiss. You stole my business and I know it. You might have picked this fight, but I'm gonna win it. Fair and fucking square. Show you how those with integrity operate, you cheat. David's mouth eases into a contented smirk. You want to lose twice in one day? I'm happy to oblige, but not in here. I'll be damned if the Shangri-La bans me for thrashing a worthless crap stain like you on their property. Let's finish this outside now. Fine, but don't think this will give you any sort of advantage. It only means I won't have to hold back. Let's go. Create a diversion outside restaurant. Well, wait for target. The gnarled bar stool offers little in the way of comfort. A quick look around reveals the disparity between the restaurant proper and the bar, the latter of which appears neglected in comparison to the pristine dining room. Old, dry drink rings dapple the counter's uneven surface, and angry scratches run down its length. But you've got time to kill before Rooster arrives, and this is as good a spot as any to wait. Have a drink. The minutes tick away as you mull over a cold one. Rooster should be here any time now. An alarmed waiter in a tousled uniform stumbles into the kitchen. Chef, we have a problem. A big problem. Cut the drama, Cork Mage. We're working here. There's a fight on the outer deck. It's so loud even the VIP diner heard it. The chef freezes. From up on floor 2? You're shitting me. Who put you up to this? He furiously slams a wad of dough on the table. You know I hate jokes. No, chef, I'm serious. The fight's gotten so out of hand that our VIP sent his own people to deal with it. Something about assessing the risk to himself. I don't know. He was so pissed that he threw me out of the room. Either way, it doesn't look good for us. This could damage the Shangri-La's reputation. The chef presses flour-covered fingers into his temples. Damn it. We need to get a handle on this. Has security been informed? Well? The frazzled waiter's back stiffens in response. Oh, yes, sir. But we're so understaffed today that they're struggling to contain it. The chef continues to stare at the waiter. After a moment, he sighs. If we lose our jobs because of this, I'm moving to Vegas. Fucking, that's our in. Floor 2. Holy shit. Oh, never mind. They're going to... How do all these people... How are they all needed to stop a bar fight that I started? Alright, this is it. We're go. Transition. Very fitting name, I guess. Okay.